Hi,
Hey Frank, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. Very curious topic. I'm excited to hear your advice.
Are you
Mhm.
considering learning or you are what? What what
Um,
what bringing you into this room?
well, to be honest, I had two Chinese roommates for a year and I tried to learn Chinese, but the problem was every time I asked them a question about a particular grammatical issue, they kept saying, well, we don't know. That's just how we say it. Well, because it's their language, they don't know the grammar. So I've been curious to
Oh,
ever since.
okay. Let me start with a few questions. So, uh,
Mm.
why do you learn Chinese? What's your goal? What's your purpose?
Um, well, I've been doing kung fu for a few years, and I mean, kung fu has made me curious about China, about culture, about also obviously language. It just seems like a mysterious realm for me. I'm curious to know, at least get the spirit of the language. I don't know
Oh,
anything about the language.
okay. So, where are you located now?
Ireland?
Ireland. Okay.
Mm.
Um, right. So, I suppose, or at least at this stage, I suppose that you're learning kung fu, and of course there are many Chinese many jargons or words about kung fu written in Chinese. If you know the original Chinese word and meaning, it helps you maybe uh, get more sense of the kung fu jargon. Is that what uh, I can say in your case?
You can say that, but only about like 6 years ago, like 6, 7 years ago, yeah, that would have been the case. But now it's just pure curiosity.
Okay, pure curiosity. That's good. And okay, so then what is your ideal goal? Suppose you really take it seriously and learn for, let's say, not so long, for 1 year. So if you spend at least like 1 hour or two every day, so what is your expectation that what stage you can reach after 1 year?
I'm hoping to be able to survive in China. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point. So, uh, there are two aspects. So, surviving in China, like you can freely move on the street and ask somebody for some information. Like you want to go somewhere, you ask, "How do I go? How do I reach to this place?" Right. So you expect to understand the answer. Uh, that's more about the spoken language. And also, it's very important that you can read the signs and the characters on the street. So when you read the characters, at least you know, okay, this restaurant, this is a bank, and this is a metro station, or this is a subway, this is a train station, and so on. That's also essential for you to freely move around on the street without asking anyone. Okay, so that's there are two parts about this goal. I suppose that this is your first goal of learning Chinese, right? So if you travel there, uh, you can somehow freely move around, and you know where you are going, and you can even read the subway map, and uh, you can do most things on your own. Is that a correct
Yeah,
understanding?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In that sense, for example, if you and me, we both go to Canton, okay? So I know nothing about Cantonese. I cannot understand Cantonese at all. So if somebody on the street, he cannot speak Mandarin, or his Mandarin is so bad that I cannot even understand his Cantonese style Mandarin, then essentially I cannot communicate with him or her orally. So that means if we both go there and we're on the same level. So of course I speak Mandarin, I can always ask the next person. Sooner or later I will meet one person who can speak Mandarin. And but what's my point? My point is, if I understand 100% what's written, or all the written signs and the words on the street, I know, like what I described, I know this restaurant, I know the metro map, I know which station I want to go, and I know that how can I buy a ticket, I can read the instructions and so on. So it means without any spoken communication, so I can do the most sorry, just a moment, let me continue with that. um it means we're on the same level, and the essential skill in most part of China if you travel, because you can never learn all the dialects in China. There may be tens of or hundreds of. So even for me, I do not bother to try to learn their dialect or understand their dialect. That's hopeless. In that sense, learn how to read the Chinese and how to write simple Chinese. That's an essential part.
When you say read, you mean pinyin or the actual characters?
Read the character.
Oh, okay.
Read the character on the sign, on the street label, or whatever.
All right. Okay. Good tip.
So for the spoken, of course, for the spoken language, you want to have basic communication orally. Of course, that's so. If you check a few YouTubers, I mean the foreigners who live in China for some time, and they really speak very good Chinese. Some even accent free. But I mean, don't care about the accent. Accent is not a problem at all. Uh, uh, what do I want to say? So, but indeed, you talking about so you have two roommates, and sometimes you
We
want to ask
had in the
grammar.
old days, yes.
So I think the grammar is not really important in Chinese language, because in the past the Chinese language doesn't really have a grammar. So the modern Chinese language uh, introduced the Western grammar into it. So essentially, the grammar is rather similar from English in China. Uh, I mean, it's at the beginning, it's more important. I think at the beginning, so you can put the, unless you are trying to pass some kind of HSK exam, right? That's a different story. If you are purely out of your curiosity and pleasure and interest or hobby or whatever, pay too much attention to that.
Um, okay, anyway, good tips. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.